Good day. Some thoughts about the guide for parents and teachers who are interested to use the Number Sense series, Numbers at Work, with their children in class or at home. The level of Book 1, which we will discuss now, is the beginning of Grade 1, and it is even suitable for Grade R children as well. The most important thing about the first pages is that children really understand the instructions, because most of the children cannot read yet. So teachers and parents must check that they understand what is meant by the words trace. As we page through the first few pages, it's about tracing. So it's all about developing the fine motor skills. So the first 8 pages are just about drawing and tracing, but that they understand what is meant by draw it yourself. They can almost see it like an icon, that they just recognize what to do. Draw it better. Trace, and we give some exercise opportunities for practicing writing the number symbols. More geometric figures, even parallel lines, draw it yourself. Trace, draw yourself, draw it better. Here are some grids, draw it better, trace, and draw it yourself. On the next page, page 9, we meet for the first time the concepts of more or less, most or least. If parents and teachers realize that some of the children are not familiar with the words or do not understand the meaning, I would suggest that they do a little demonstration, which I will show now, to try to establish where the children can distinguish between more and less. We can start with the same quantity. So make both sides the same, and then we show, if I take some of these to this side, then we have more or less. You can use any concrete examples to do this little demonstration. We will page through more examples, and I think it is quite clear what is meant by each one of them. Then we get to some pairing tasks where the children have to decide whether there's a spoon for every bowl. Now, what most of them do straight away is they combine the bowls to the spoons, and in that way find out that there is indeed a spoon for every bowl and that there is one spoon extra. More practice opportunities to practice the number symbols, and here they can go further. Another pairing task, most, make one apple more. I will suggest, if teachers or parents find that children struggle with this, and I have found children that really struggle with these tasks, try to make your own tasks. You may copy these tasks and make some more, just very simple tasks. They needn't be apples, they can just be dots or rectangles or whatever, or crosses, like in this one. Make one more, but make sure that that children understand the instruction of make one more. Here is another pairing task, quite clear, tracing and write more. Now when we get to the 4, some of the teachers and parents complain because we use this as the symbol for 4, which is normally used in printing. But at school, the children mostly use this way to make a 4. We have done a little bit of research about this, and we found that the majority of teachers and parents are satisfied with this way, because their children have to learn to deal with that in print anyway. So they can make the 4 like this, but as long as they recognize that this means 4, they can make their own 4s in the blocks, which is more, trace and make more, count and circle the number. Now on this page, page 15, is the first real counting task where parents and teachers can assess whether their children really have numerosity of the numbers. Now that means if they understand the muchness of the number. We know that if they count the rhyme, it does not necessarily mean that they know what is meant, the muchness of that number, and that number 3 includes 2 and 1. So we can establish that through this little task to see whether the children are already familiar with the muchness of the numbers, even though it just goes up to 5. More tracing, more, which one is more pairing, coloring, banana for every monkey, a different way of doing pairing, tracing. Yeah, is the familiar piles that we spoke about. Make one less, that's the first time they have to do that, so make sure that they understand the word less. Go further. Yeah, they can try their own way in which they want to represent 5, 6, 7, 8 and go as far as they can or as far as they have room for. On page 21, we have an example of 3 dots. And what we want to try to achieve here is to encourage children to do subitation. Now, to subitise means to know immediately how much or how many is represented. So in this case, by simply looking, you can see that there are 3 and that you don't need to count. Now, this is a skill that develops over time, and not all children are at the same level for that, but we keep on encouraging them to subitise because that helps a lot when they have to start mental arithmetic. So here we start doing this and ask them whether they can see straight away which of the cards have 3 dots. More tracing, 1 more, 1 less. Here we have the first example of a pattern. Now, what we mean by a pattern is that the children should recognize that this is the nucleus of the pattern and that there are 3 objects in this pattern. And then if we repeat the pattern, we have to go on with a rectangle, and then we start again with a triangle, a circle, and another rectangle. So make sure that the children understand what is meant by extend, going further. It actually has 2 steps. Identify the nucleus, what has to be repeated, and then to extend. On the following few pages, children really can indicate whether they understand the numbers because they've got to draw a certain number of circles or apples or whatever. Here they just do tracing, and again they have to show that they understand 4 blocks. How many blocks are 4 blocks? 6 eggs, and all of these pages are more or less the same. On page 31, we have another counting task where they have to count and write the number as well. And we extend the number range to include 6, which is just 1 further. So we go very slow about extending the number range. Yeah, they can extend this and they can choose their own orientation. They can extend this way of representing it, but they can also do their own. Tracing, draw 1 more. How many monkeys? Just counting. On page 33 is quite a challenging tracing task where they have to trace this wave pattern on another grid and then a different grid. And the biggest challenge is when they have a grid with even rectangular little blocks, which makes it quite difficult. Counting, tracing, drawing, number of blocks, count and write the number. The bottom of this page, 36, we have an interesting pattern because here we make use of geometric transformations. In this case, we flip. They have to flip the figure, the little flag. You can see that the next one is a mirror image. In other words, the one was flipped over and then again flipped to form the next one. So that is a first in this case. Maybe children have not met that before. If it's unknown to them, demonstrate with a concrete object. How many apples? One less. How many birds? How many sheep? Complete. Draw one more. How many dots? There's another opportunity to subitise, or even to do some skip counting for children who are ready. Those who need to count every individual dot, that's fine. Allow them to do that. This is a difficult tracing and drawing task. And here we get to counting fingers. Many children already know by now that we have 5 fingers on every hand. So some of them might be able to say straight away 5, while some want to count them individually, and the same with the tens. With skip counting, we find that children find it easier to count in 2s, then in 5s, and then in 10s. The others take quite a long time. So allow those who are able to do that to do it in that way. Encourage it, but don't require it from them at this stage. Again, subitising, counting in 5s. Another task where they can group in some way, and if they realize that this is 10, they can simply go from there and find it quite easy to do. Here is the opportunity to do skip counting in 2s, although they will not necessarily be ready to do it now. But we try. On the last 2 pages, we try to encourage subitising by making use of a series of dot patterns. We start with 3 and then we add 2 more, and then there are 2 more added, and the last one, another 2 added. So for children who are able, and this is quite challenging at this stage in grade 1, but we can keep these 2 pages and try to repeat that at a later stage when we think children are more ready for it. What you could also do is to allow them to colour these dots, the first 3 in one specific colour, and to colour the other 2 in a different colour. And so every time make marks on what is added now, so that they start with 3, then 5, then 7, and the last one will be 9. Here is another similar task, which is also quite challenging, and even more challenging on the last page. This is the end of book 1. Enjoy your journey with the children.